We're now going to turn to sentential or propositional arguments. In particular, we're looking to see well-formed arguments and learn a little bit about arguments whose components are entire sentences, and the logical connection has to do with the logical connectors that connect various sentences. And let's look at a couple examples so you get an idea what we're talking about. Either the American League or the National League wins. Since the American League did not win, the National League wins. Happens to be a valid argument. It's well formed. The components are entire sentences. The American League wins, the National League wins, connected by an or. Okay, and the or is the thing that that is kind of the logical glue in this argument that gets it to stick together. Jones is at Kingsborough. If Jones is at Kingsborough, then she's in Brooklyn. Therefore, Jones is in Brooklyn. Okay, again, the components are a little bit different than they were in predicate logic or categorical logic. It's not the component parts of the sentences, but rather the entire sentences. One sentence is true. If that sentence is true, then another one is. So there's the if-then connecting to them, and a conclusion based on that. Let's take another one, and you're going to see there are going to be a lot of if-thens because they're very important inference that we use all the time. If Smith studies, then she passes the course. If she passes the course, then she graduates. Thus, if she studies, then she graduates. Again, if-thens are making the logic work, and they're working on entire sentences. Smith studies. She passed the course. She passes, she graduates. Entire sentences. So validity is determined by logical form. That's something we were through a while back. And in this case, the logical form, what makes these arguments valid or well-formed is that they are sentential, that is sentences, or remember sometimes we talk about sentences as being propositions because we have like the sentence, it is raining. It can express different propositions depending on where, depending on who's uttering it, when it's being uttered. So we're going to look at the logical patterns of arguments that are part of the sentential logic or propositional logic.